What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Dyes. Hope you guys all having a good weekend, had a good Friday night. Weather's unbelievable, at least here in Baltimore, Maryland. Sunny, cool. So I hope you guys are out doing some laxing. So now I've got an episode of Stringers Tips for you. And this is a series I did a couple times, and people really liked it, but I wasn't consistent with it. So now there'll be a Stringers Tips every Saturday, so you come back on Saturday and you got a Stringers Tips. Today's episode is burning strings and also fitting multiple strings into a hole, but I'll talk about that when we get to it. So burning strings. When you cut a string, it ends up kind of frayed like that, and that's not conducive for stringing. It'll continue to fray, and it's just not good. Let me turn my fan off real quick. So what you're going to do to keep it from fraying is get a lighter and the string, and just a regular old Bic lighter will work. That's what I have in here. And so I like to do it in two steps. So first you just burn it just a little bit, just to kind of get the edges a little bit, and then take your fingers and run them up and over like this, a couple different angles, and that's going to start to get it burned and start to do what you need to do. Then you're going to do it one more time, just burn it just a little bit more, and do the same thing. And so then you'll end up with a good point. So I'll show you on a white string really quick. So just burn it once, just a little bit to get it started. Run your fingers over it, and then once you want to run your fingers over quickly at first because it's going to be pretty hot, and then once it cools down a little bit you can take it and roll it in your fingers, and then burn it one more time and do the same thing like that. So some of you guys always ask how I, like on my top strings, you can see there's a whole bunch of strings in that top string hole, and sometimes the holes aren't that large, sometimes I put 4 strings through. You ask how I get that many strings in there. Well, I'm going to show you. So here is just what a regular burn tip looks like. You can see it's just a little bit of burn on the edge, just enough to make it not fray, but the string's still pretty flexible right at the bottom there. So what you want to do is make it kind of like a needle point that you would have on a string. So you put a needle on a thread, so you have something that's rigid to use to poke through things. That's what we want to do with this. So we're going to take the lighter after it's already been burned some, and you want to use, you don't want to put direct heat on it. You don't want to get the string in the flame. You just want to kind of put it near it, and you want to go just like ½ inch up and just lightly put the flame on the string a little bit down. And what that's going to do is burning it and melting it like that is going to harden that edge. So you can see I've got just about ½ inch that got burned right there, and see that part is, this is still flexible, but you can see that that part is not flexible at all. It's very hard, so it's going to act like a needle point. And then what you're going to do is, it's easiest to have needle nose pliers, and once you've got needle nose pliers and this this kind of needle point string, it's going to be really easy to get the string in really tight spots, which really helps with stringing when you're trying to make it really tight, which is going to help with the consistency. So anyway, guys, let me know what tips and what things you would like to see from me, things you have trouble with, that you think I do well, that I could show you how I do them in Stringers Tip series. So like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.